Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Welcome to a new Decrypting Crypto channel live stream. I'm your host, Matthew Batiri, here with another technical analysis video. Alrighty, guys. So this is our first altcoin TA video, and basically I'm going to feed off you guys in the comments section. I want you to let me know what altcoin you would love for me to do some technical analysis on. So feel free to post your altcoin in the chat. We're going to go with first in, best dressed, and basically we're just going to do this, with a blank chart to start with. And then in the future, if we get super busy, what we will do, we will ask for some super chats or some donations for people to get their TA done on their favorite altcoin, and that all those funds raised from the super chats will go to one of our charities that we are affiliated with. So guys, if you're watching, I can see that we have 2 people watching. If you guys are crypto enthusiasts, feel free, just post your favorite altcoin in the comments section of this video, and I will get started. In the meantime, if you are currently not following us on all our socials, you can do so by joining our free Facebook group. All you've got to do is jump on Facebook, search Decrypting Crypto, Blockchain, Cryptocurrencies and Digital Assets Made Easy, and join the 900 other members in this group, always putting out content on a daily basis for education and also some of our top tips. Alrighty, so doesn't look like we have any comments right now. So those 2 people watching, feel free to post something. But if not, I'm going to just start with Ethereum until I get a request, because I didn't get to do Ethereum the other day, and my Ethereum chart is quite bare. So we can get into a bit of technical analysis with Ethereum. Oh, here we go. We have a comment. Really, they're all mirroring BTC. Yeah, look, Alan, that is somewhat true. We are in altcoin season, so right now there are some altcoins that are outperforming Bitcoin. Let's just have a quick look. So basically, let me just go to some. Let's go to CoinMarketCap actually. Katecoin. Let's have. I'm just going to look up Katecoin just to make sure it actually exists. Katecoin. Alrighty, not one that I've seen before. Let's have a look at its history real quick. Let's see if there's enough. There's enough. Yeah, looks like there's enough history to do a bit of TA on it. So why not? Let's jump into it. What type of token is this? It looks like it's possibly a meme coin. So let's jump into it, right? Kate USD, looks like that's it on Gate.io. Let's jump straight in. Oh, this doesn't give us a whole lot of history. Let's see what exchanges have a better history. Yep. Gate.io, it looks like it's got the most volume. Oh no. BKEX, there's not a whole lot of volume, but well, let's give it a go. Hopefully Spicy Centauru, it's not one of your biggest bag holdings, because it doesn't look like it's an awesome coin. Let's have a look. Gate.io, perfect. All right. So I think just from the start, did we just retrace from the? Okay, so whoops. There we go. So whoops, I don't think I did that right. Let's go from here to there. Okay, so because it's such a micro cap, what is the market cap of this thing? 28 million. It's probably not a whole lot of TA we can do, but we can clearly see, obviously, we have some support down here. Where else are we going to look at? Let's head into the daily time frame. Let's see what else we can kind of see. Okay, so right here, we can see that that's going to act as a support right here. Perfect. We can see the money flow on Market Cipher is going to the downside. So it looks like it wants to take another bit of a tumble down. We'll probably get a bit of support here at 60713, and then we'll probably end up retesting the lows because it looks like liquidity is exiting this coin right here. We can see that we basically had a bit of resistance right up here. Let me turn that off. Bit of resistance here to there. Okay, we can see that we tapped the resistance here. We created a swing failure pattern. So for those of you that don't know what a swing failure pattern is basically where you break one of the previous local highs, or sorry, one of the previous highs, as we did here. People FOMO long thinking, hey, we're going back to all-time highs. We grab all the liquidity here of people going long, big players short the market, and obviously we're in a bit of a downtrend. Now, the only sort of positive thing that I can kind of see on this chart would be that we are in a bit of a descending wedge, which is a bullish pattern, but you know, these are bullish patterns when we're in a bull market. When we're in a bear market, it's probably you know, not the best type of pattern. So we've got a bit of a descending wedge, which means that the price target, if we are to go to the upside, is back to the highs of this wedge around 5025917. So that is basically all I can see. Let me just chuck on my MACD. Okay, so MACD looks like the histograms are in the light pink, which is a good thing because usually light pink turns into the green. But yeah, I just don't think anything is going to be happening. No good news for this coin. Like I said, we'll probably get a small bounce here at this price range. If we are coming out of the bull market at the same time, or if Bitcoin bottoms at the same time we hit this price range, then yeah, we'll probably move to the upside. But as you can see right here, this is one of the best indicators, Market Cipher. Boom, money flow coming down. Looks like we want to cross into the red. And you can see here, last time we closed into the red, right here, we went from red to green. We just basically had a big sell-off. So the same thing looks like it could be happening on Catecoin. Is there no data in exchanges? Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that. These are the exchanges that support Kate. So Gate, PancakeSwap, BitTrue, but basically Gate.io is the main exchange I can see here. It's got the, I wouldn't say it's got the most volume, but let me go to Kate B USD. Let me go to Kate. Was it BUSD? What was it? USDT. We got Gate and Binance. No, it's just on TradingView. It looks like it's just showing on Gate.io. There's no point going on Cake. I could go to Cake. Let's have a look. It's probably, that's Cake, not Kate. What should we do if we hold ETH during this changeover? What are you doing? Right. So basically, what I can think of for ETH, right, is we had this buy the news event about the ETH layer 2. People FOMO in, and then we tend to have a sell-off after we have a news event like that stuff. So it's like buy the news, sell the rumor. Sorry, buy the rumor, sell the news. So you can see that we had, you know, obviously Bitcoin had a bit of a bounce. Ethereum had a bit of a bounce. Now that the merger is occurring today in the US, we're likely going to have a sell-off because everyone who bought the rumor, you know, created this dead cat bounce, and now I think we're just going to continue selling off into the abyss. I do have this trend line that is where I do think Ethereum. So I have a prediction that Ethereum is going to come down to about $850. So basically to this trend line, and then obviously, you know, zigzag till we start the new bull run. So that's my buy price target, about 800 to 850 USD. But like always, I still have buy orders above, but I do ladder in larger buy orders the lower we go, because I think to dollar cost average in the best fashion is you want to have, let's just say you have $10, you want to put $1 here, $2 here, $3 here, $4 here, $5 here kind of thing. That's probably the best. So you have like larger buy orders the lower you go, because that also reduces your average buy price in the long run. If you don't do it that way because you just don't know how to, or you're just happy with dollar cost averaging, that's still always a good case. But if you started dollar cost averaging, let's just say from this high here, you're still probably quite under the water. Alrighty. So are there any other coins you guys would like me to check out? But whilst we're waiting for another coin, guys, if you want to know when myself and Breakout Solutions are jumping back into the market heavily, feel free to register for our bear market bottom indicator at breakoutnow.co/crypto-buy-signal. On the page, you will find the ability to register yourself, and we will actually do a mass email out to everyone on that list, letting them know when we are getting back into the market completely. So that means we're going to probably have no more stable coins. We're going to be all the way back into the market. Right now we're still in about 50% stable coins because we've been DCAing over the last sort of month, but you can register yourself here. So Breakout Solutions, like I said, let me just bring that back up on the banner right there, and you can register, and we will let you know via email when we are sort of getting back in the market. Gives you guys some tips onto when you should be getting your stable coins back into the market, or when you should be depositing funds if it's something that you would like to do. It's not financial advice, but we're just giving you guys an update on when we're sort of going back 100% into the market. Alrighty, let's have a look at some of the top performing coins whilst we wait for some new altcoins in the chat. So if you're just joining us, feel free to drop me in the comment section an altcoin that you would like me to research. Alrighty, so let's have a look. The last 7 days, Raven coin has done pretty well. I'm pretty sure that was the leader of the last bear market as well. I think Raven coin was one of the first performers exiting the bear market back, like I said, back in 2019, 2020. So that's quite interesting. Let's have a look at 24-hour performers. We've got Helium, DAI. Yep, just basically everything's a bit down. Yeah, there's nothing really here that I would like to look at. So I'm waiting for some tips, guys. What would you like me to look at? Let's go back to Ethereum in the meantime. Let's see if we can do some TA on Ethereum. We'll just go to the weekly update. So let's draw some lines. So let me put that on. We got a comment. What do we got? How about AXS? All right. Hopefully you don't mean Axie. AXS. Oh, it is Axie. Yep. I thought the ticker was AXIE. There you go. Alrighty, Axie Infinity, pretty well-known game, did hit 160,000 and now down at 31%. So let's check it out. Yes. We'll go Binance, shall we? All right. How far back does this go? This goes back to 2021. What's this one go down to? About 2021. Alrighty, let's do a couple of things. Let's go here, so you can see the support from here. We're getting a bit of a support here, which is good. Where else can we see? Well, this is going to be a naked point, a weekly untapped weekly. Here's another one. So those are the three areas of support that I'm looking at. We're just going to look at support, obviously, because we're in a bear market, and I think we got further down to go. So we'll just do that. So normally when I like to do my weeklies, I like to make them yellow, and then you just go weekly like so. Whoop. And we go style, go yellow, beautiful. I'm going to go clone, drag that to where I had that, and go clone, And then we're going to remove that baby, and then we're going to pop that there. So those are the 3 supports that I'm looking at in the for the down fashion. Sorry, for the downward market of AXI. Let's go to the daily next. Alrighty, so daily, if I do something more recent, let's have a look. So those are sort of our weekly supports that they're going to be our major ones. So now that we've done that, let's probably go back to doing some resistance. So that's going to be resistance on a daily scale. What color do I normally like to do? So daily, I'll go baby blue. Boom. Let's clone that. Looks like we've got a bit of resistance up here. Normally what I like to do is instead of doing the wicks, I like to do the candle body, so where they closed. So in a way, you can see if I zoom in here, you can see that the candle closes was exactly where I put it, and it's exactly the same back here. Okay, so if I grab this line and pop it back over here to this weekly, to that candle, you can see, look at that, perfect. This is why support and resistance work so well. Alrighty, so the daily scale, I'll just leave that there because it's a bit of history. This one as well, we can see that we had a lot of trading here, and once we broke back down, we came back, we tested it twice, and it was a failure. Where else can we see? We've got plenty of daily resistances everywhere. Basically, here's going to be a couple. You can even say that this right here will be resistance, but because it's so close to here, this is going to be like sort of my main marker. Rather than putting it on this one or putting 2 on here, I'm going to have it on the one below, because if I'm in Axiom, like having a long, or I've just bought spot, this is where I'm going to be looking to sell, not this one, because if you have this one, you have people thinking the same thing as me, looking to sell here, and therefore you're going to miss your sell opportunity. So I would do that. But even if you were to do here, you'd be looking at some Fibonacci retracement right here. So you got the golden pocket at $51, which, you know, funnily enough, is the, oh, maybe we'll go to here. And you can see that this entire sideways range, let me go from here, let me go to here. You can see that this sideways range right here, the point of control, lines up with the golden pocket. So let's just say AXS has bottomed down. Look for it to come back up here, find some resistance at this golden pocket, which was also this sideways consolidation point of control, lines up. This is like just an easy short. So even this right here, I wouldn't even bother about this line right here. I'd be looking at selling AXI right here. So we can see that we got support here at 1130, 366, and 139. It's already down. It's already down. How far? It's already down 92%, which is pretty standard for an altcoin. So it's you know, not a bad time to get back into AXI. I might even get myself a small bag of that, because I know it was a pretty popular game. The only thing is, because it's one of the first games of its generation, we know that like anything else, like a new iPhone, the newest one's going to be like the latest and greatest. So games like Sandbox and Decentraland, hopefully they don't get outdated and they continuously make updates. Because you're always going to have bigger and better games being released, especially on blockchain gaming, once you know, developers know that they can make more money having decentralized games. Hopefully Axie Infinity doesn't become obsolete. So hopefully that was good enough for you, Spicy, for Axie Infinity. Alan, which exchange do you use to place your limit trades that has the liquidity? Binance. Super easy. I just do Binance. Guys, if you're just joining us, feel free to drop me your altcoin in the chat so I can do some TA on it. I'm happy for any requests. I've already done CAT. I've just done Axie Infinity, done a little bit of Ethereum, because Ethereum, I didn't do it on Monday. And if you watched my TA on Monday on Bitcoin, then basically you would have known that we were going to go down from where we are. We had this descending triangle, and then we broke down, and right now we have swing failure pattern at this low right here. Swing failure pattern I did speak about at the start of this video. Basically, when we start breaking down close to these major lows, most investors think, oh shit, this thing's about to collapse, so they sell, right? So they create a lot of liquidity, and really big traders are like, hey, they're gonna they take advantage of this fear from investors, and then they'll buy back up and push the price to the upside. Happens all the time. Here's like a really good example right here. All right, so we didn't swing failure pattern this low, unfortunately, so probably not the best example, but here's a good example. So we swing failure pattern this high right here, boom. So we swing failure pattern, came above that high. Lots of people are like, yeah, sweet, we're going to $1 million, boom, sellers. Same again here, happened twice, but this pattern right here, this is a Wyckoff distribution pattern. If I get the larger scale of Bitcoin, if you go back to this pattern, it looks pretty similar to that. All right, and if you ever want to compare patterns, a good where is it? I always struggle to find it. Bars pattern, you can just grab the bars pattern, so you just drag and drop where you want the bars pattern. I just bring that across, and you can make comparisons, because history does repeat. Sorry, history doesn't repeat, it rhymes. But when it comes to Bitcoin and most things, you see a lot of common patterns. I mean, that's pretty close, guys. We missed this little extra drop, this little high, but you could say that that's it right there. So that's one of the tools that I like to use, is make some comparatives. I mean, look at that. That's pretty close. Just missed this last little one. So we did a bit of a Wyckoff distribution right there. Something for you guys to think about. What else we got? Thanks, Matt. No worries. Spicy. Guys, if you're watching, we've got 5 people watching. Surely some of you guys are invested in some altcoins, or you'd like me to do some altcoin TA. Let you know where things may get worse, or where we could find resistance if we start pumping up from here. So feel free to drop me an altcoin. Whilst we do that, let me quickly go back to Ethereum, do a little bit of TA on Ethereum. So let's go weekly. So from weekly, we can see right here that we have some support right here. Well, let's just say around here, around that $1,000 mark. We can say that we've got some weekly support. So we'll go yellow. I like to keep it all nice and smooth. Let's clone that. Let's find our next local support. So we'll probably see that right here at 680 is an untapped weekly support. So we can come back down to at least 680. And then the next one wasn't till about here, 400. Right here. So what I'm kind of looking for is when we have a green candle, but the following green candle does not come back down to the equal lows. So as an example is here. See this green candle right here? This next candle came back down to grab the liquidity from below this. So this would not be support, because we've kind of retested that. This right here, where we have this weekly candle, you can see that no candle thereafter has come back down to test this price. So we have a lot of people that missed the boat here that would have a lot of buy orders for support. So that's why I'm marking that out. And I do the exact same thing, but I do it on the daily scale for more, mid to long term time frames. So as an example right here, see this red candle? No other candle since then has come back up to test that liquidity. So you can bet your bottom dollar if we come back up to 1,844, we're going to find some resistance on the daily scale. So I should change that to daily. And when you mark these out, you don't want to just go off, support and resistance. You want to kind of see, does this price also have multiple correlations? So you would draw a fib retracement, boom. And we can see that the golden pocket retracement is about there. So let's just say we pump from here, look for some resistance around $1,800 to $1,844. So you always want to look for confluence, not just like lines of support and resistance. You want to see, hey, okay, there's a fib retracement. So large macro signs such as a fib retracement, because it takes, they're set. Once you see a reversal, those lines aren't going to change. Support and resistance, you then want to add confluence to that by looking at, like, for example, the stochastic RSI. So what is the stochastic RSI doing when we get to that price range? If the stochastic RSI is at the bottom here, then that doesn't give me full confidence that we're actually going to find resistance here. But if we see the stochastic RSI at the top here in the overbought territory, then I'm pretty confident that I'm going to short up here, because I'm getting 3 points of validation. I've got my resistance level, I've got a fib level, so I've got the golden pocket. I might even add in my MACD. What is my MACD? Ooh, I've already got the MACD. So what is my MACD doing? So if my MACD, if the moving averages and the MACD are below the zero lines, are down here, and they're looking to cross up, if the MACD, is above the zero line, like here, and looking to cross down, that gives me even more confidence. And then I've got 4 indicators telling me that we're going to find resistance there and that I should start selling or short the market. So the more indicators you can get that confirm your bias towards what's going to happen, the more validation, more confidence you can have in regards to selling that asset. Alan, XRP. All right, let's jump into XRP. How do you find a good altcoin that's small but has a big potential later? That's just, you got to do a little bit of research, Spicy. So you would need to either jump into our program. So if you are not a member, unfortunately, because I don't know your real name, you could be a member, but you can basically jump on one of our live webinars. So we've got the upcoming one is at the end of this month. So you can do that at breakoutnow.co/1K day. And in that, we actually are giving you guys 5 altcoins that have the potential to 10 to 100x. Now, we spend a lot of time and money researching these. We look at obviously the technology, what platform they're on, where are they going to be traded? Are they, gaming? Are they ETH layer 2? What is their use case? Is there a need for that use case? What is their competition? How much market cap does their competition have? What are their tokenomics like? There's a lot of research that goes behind it. And when we do our research, we actually grade the coins out of 10, and you get a full report. From there, you obviously can make your own decision if you want to invest in it. But we basically do all the research for you guys, and then it's up to you if you want to actually execute on buying those. But obviously, if we're telling you guys, you can assume that we're obviously buying them ourselves because we believe that those coins are going to do well. So that is a little bit of a hot take on how we do our research. All right, let's quickly jump into XRP. Looks like I've got some old lines of XRP here. Look at that. Triangle. I guess it played out. So obviously XRP, I'm not too sure. I think the court case got settled, so that's a good thing. But obviously it didn't moon like all other altcoins during this latest bull run, because it was just going through that court case and it was just struggling to do stuff. But hopefully now that it is behind it, I do know that the XRP army is quite vocal, and they do like to support their coin. So there is a lot of people interested in this coin. I'm not a massive believer in it, just purely for the fact that I think it is too centralized, and because they're working with banks, that just also leaves a bad taste in my mouth. So we've got 2 lines of support that we can see right now at 22 cents and 17 cents, give or take. I'm not just going to round it up, guys. So those are the 2 areas that I would be looking at if Bitcoin continues to break down. We do have a lot of support here, as you can see right here. If I just draw a trend line from right here, you can see that we had resistance, and now that's acting as support. So it's quite strong support, but it looks like we're going to close a daily under this support line. So I would expect, let me look at a couple of other indicators. Let's check on the stochastic. Let's check on the MACD. All right, so we're still in the red money flow. We are pointing down. The stochastic is pointing down on the weekly. Always take the longer time frames with bigger emphasis on your decision making. So if we quickly just draw some vertical lines every time the stochastic RSI crossed from the overbought territory. I don't like that it's not getting it perfectly, but that's all right. Let's have a quick look. So every time it crossed over, let's have a look at what happened on the price. Dropped, 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 dropped. Small drop, but still it didn't. This spike right here didn't break that previous high. Big drop, and now we've just crossed over. So the same way that I said that I showed this exact thing, I think on Monday on the Bitcoin TA. So we can clearly see that XRP is probably going to have the same outcome. Now, what can happen is this, where we hit the midline of the stochastic RSI, which is the neutral line. Basically, if you're above the neutral line, it's bullish. If you're below it, it's bearish. We found some resistance here. As you can see, that price was reflective. So we could find support when we hit this, but that might give us just enough time to hit this first support at 22.5 cents and then move to the upside. If 22.5 cents doesn't give us anything, then 17 definitely will, because this was the Corona dump, and we had some sideways consolidation. Then we came back down here where we had this dump that also came back down to that price. So I could say 17.5 cents, keeping XRP afloat. And it's hard to predict right now, guys. It's hard to predict where most coins are going to go in the next bull run, because once we get a confirmed bottom run, then what we can do is we can do a fib extension. So a fib extension is where you mark it from the high to the low. So let's just say the low is 17, for example. Where's my template? Complete fib. Okay, so then we can start drawing out fib extensions to predict. Well, fib extensions predict, where the price is going to go. But what you'll tend to find is resistances at each of the major fib levels. So let's do a quick showcase on Bitcoin. Maybe I'll go BLX. So let's go fib extension from here to, whoa, what happened? All right, didn't get that high, so let me just drag that back up. So we can see the fib extensions here on Bitcoin. So we can see at the 1.618, that's where we had resistance, because the 1.618 was also 20K. So you can see right here, we can see the 2 didn't really do much. The 2.618 didn't do much, but the 3.618 obviously found resistance. And if I added like 4.618, it's a little bit higher. But yeah, the extensions sometimes work spot on, but like anything, you need to wait for confluence on your investments. Let's do one from the previous all-time high to there. So we had, you can see, look at that, the golden pocket just respected. So you can see from the actual all-time high to the low, and not this this secondary one, we hit the 3.618, which with perfection. We had the 1.618 was the also support when we sort of had that collapse, but it doesn't look like it was much resistance on the way up. And then obviously the 1 is just the previous all-time high. So that's something to look at. Join us. Yes, someone's join us live on the following platforms. Yes, someone is posting some of our channels. So if you are watching, you can obviously click some of these links below. So we've got the Facebook group, so breakoutnow.co/Facebook. We've also got our Breakout Now. Sorry, someone's put that's our Facebook page, and then we've obviously got our YouTube channel that you guys are watching me on. Alrighty, so we've done CAT, we've done AXS, we've done XRP, and it's 5 o'clock. So if you have one more altcoin that someone would like me to check out, speak now or forever hold your peace. Let me delete some of these old drawings. So I've got time for one more altcoin. So if you're watching this and you want to get your altcoin done, feel free to do so. If you're just joining us and you have yet to jump on our free course, educational course on how you can get into cryptocurrency safely and effectively and be surrounded with a group of like-minded individuals, you can also join our Slack channel, being in Decrypting Crypto. Jump on to decryptingcrypto.com. We are basically, we have a free course for all newbies. So even if you know people that want to get into crypto, they're unsure about things, send them to that URL, get them to create a free account and start their educational journey inside of crypto. And if you're just joining us and you want to know when we as a business, Breakout Solution, is entering the market with all its liquidity, all of our remaining stablecoin liquidity that is sitting on the sidelines, feel free to register yourself for our bear market bottom indicator at breakoutnow.co/crypto-buy-signal. Take you to a web page. Just got to pop your email in, and when the time comes and we are getting back in the market, we will email you out an urgent email letting you know. So hopefully you too can catch the bottom of the bear market. Lastly, if you're someone that just wants to have a chat about how we can possibly help, feel free to check out our breakoutnow.co breakout session, and you can talk to myself or my co-host on the Decrypting Crypto live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Sim. And we're always happy to talk to people just about their crypto journey, if they need help with their crypto journey, or you can ask us any questions regarding crypto. We're super nice guys and we love talking to new people in the space, or even if you're an old OG and you want to talk crypto, feel free to jump on a call with us. Tell us about your experience and we can see if we can sort of help you. And if you don't need any help, but you want to continue watching this cool content, feel free to log into YouTube every single day because we are posting daily videos. There we go. Someone's in my chat. How good is that? They're just posting all these links for me. That's beautiful. I love when I have some help doing these live streams. All righty. Last final call. I'm going to give 10 seconds to the first person watching this video in the chat to drop the last altcoin that I'm going to do some TA before I head off and make dinner for my lovely wife. So feel free. You've got 5 seconds left to drop me your favorite altcoin that you'd like me to do some technical analysis for. 3, 2, 1. Doesn't look like anyone wants to do any more altcoins. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching my technical analysis video. I'm going to be here every single week on Wednesday doing altcoin TA completely for free. Just jump into the chat. Let me know what altcoins you'd like me to do some technical analysis for. Spicy Ada. All right, last one. Lucky last. But mate, you've had 3 done. You've had, mate, it could be a female. I don't know. I would assume, I don't know. I don't want to guess your sexuality, but sorry, your sexuality, your gender. I don't want to guess your gender, but maybe you're male. Alrighty, so we are on Cardano. We can see that Cardano is currently being supported by the price that it was listed at on Binance, which is at 38 cents. So that is a good sign. Let's do a quick fib retracement. So we're below the 786. Are we at the 8.85? No, we're below that as well. Alrighty, so that is some weekly support, pretty obvious. Next weekly support will be down here, right here. Okay, that'll be our next weekly support. So if we do break down, we could get, we'll probably get some action right here, just because we had a little bit of, we had 2 weeks here back to back. So I got prices at 23 cents, 15.5 cents on the downside. And then if we come back up to the upside, let's just say we have bottomed, right? We're just going off, if we have bottomed, we've got the golden pocket at just around about $2.05. But obviously look for resistance at each of these levels, the 236, the 382, and the 0.5. but with major resistance back up here at the 0.6. Let's go. Okay, so this is interesting on Cardano. I know that they're doing some upgrades, and what you can do sometimes if you don't have a trading, or if you have a trading view account, what's good sometimes is when you have all these technical analysis, I can see that the stochastic has crossed back over. So could we be performing something like this? The MACD on the weekly is moving to the upside, which is good. So what I tend to like to do is, if I don't know too much about a coin, no worries, Alan. What I tend to do is they've got a news tab here on TradingView. Click on that, and then you can read what's going on, because the thing is, price sometimes is moved by three things. You've got news, you've got fundamentals, so what's happening on chain, and then you've got technical analysis. And I can't predict the news, nor do I know what the news. I know that news can affect it, but if I see like Cardano pump, then I can assume that something really good has happened, maybe a new release on chain or whatever. So I tend to go to the news tab to see what's going on. So Solana meets meteoric growth against ADA, Russia to export cross-border stablecoin sellers, 7 crypto upgrade, Bitcoin's in crash levels. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. What's going on with Utes? Okay, so it looks like it's an NFT on the Cardano blockchain. So is it? Collection, the cheapest e-goods. Talking about, okay, I have no idea why that would be on headlines for ADA. Yeah, I don't know. They look like a Solana thing. I do know that I did see something in our Decrypting Crypto live stream. I think Wasim spoke about it the other day. ADA is doing some sort of upgrade. So probably why we had a pump, over the last couple of days or last week, we went from 42 cents to 50 cents, which is what, like 20%. Yeah, 20% on the nose. You're welcome. Good at maths. But yeah, I can see that on the weekly, yeah, we're getting, look, it's signaling that that we've crossed over. We want to wait till this week has confirmed. But another good thing to look at is we do have this anchor and trigger wave. This is what market ciphers use. So we have this big wave, it's called anchor wave, this trigger wave, which is a smaller one. I can see that money flow has started to curve back up a little bit, which is good. We just need to hold. So if it holds this current price level, then that's a good thing. So it's probably not a bad time to buy Cardano, but in case it does drop, keep your eye out for 23 cents and 15.5 cents respectively. That's what I'd be looking at. I'm not going to look at, like I said, upside moves. Right now, it's all about looking at support rather than resistance. Once we start getting a trend reversal where we're making higher highs, because right now we're not making higher highs, we're making lower highs. That's when I'll talk about resistance levels up above. Right now, it's all about talking about support, and hopefully when us not breaking support. So, yeah, I won't give you any false hope, but things are kind of looking good right now on these metrics, on these indicators. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's go on the, did we get a lower low? Was that a lower low? I guess you could say, let me do a quick line here. Okay, this wasn't a lower low. So if this candle right here was a lower low than that one, we would have bullish divergence on the weekly scale, because we would have made a lower low, like let's just say it was here. Let's just say the lower low was here. Let me remove that. Then what we could have done on the RSI is, let me just remove that. Let me remove that so we can make the RSI bigger. So from here to this point is a lower low. But let's just say this low right here was actually this spike here. Then that would be bullish divergence on the weekly scale. That would make me buy Cardano, but we didn't get that. Let's quickly look on the daily scale, see if we can see any bullish divergences. Probably not, because ever since this low, we haven't created a secondary low. So we need to break this low, and then we need to have a positive inclined slope. So let's just say we get a collapse and we hit 38 cents, for example. So if price comes down here, but the relative strength index line comes down to just here, for example, that wouldn't make me bullish on Cardano. But until that, I'm going to just stay away from Cardano, especially because Charles Hoskinson is a lot of talk. He's quite slow on releasing things. So that's been the main thing that I've seen. Thanks, Matt. No worries, guys. All right, guys, that is it. I've spent 45 minutes on TA. But look, if you missed out on your opportunity to get some technical analysis done on your favorite altcoin, I'll be here every Wednesday from this week onwards. So feel free to jump on. First in, best dressed. Type your altcoin inside the chat and I'll be happy to do some technical analysis. Lastly, from me, if you do want to know when I'm getting back into the market completely, putting all my stable coins that are on the side right now back into the market, feel free to register at breakoutnow.co/crypto-buy-signal, and I will email you out exactly when I'm getting back into the market, because that means I believe the market has bottomed and we will only see upside potential from here. So that's it from me. Catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Wasim on talking about money mindset and personal development, but he's talking about the mindset of a millionaire tomorrow, 4:30. Tune in then, and we'll see you guys then. Bye for now.